with me, Michael, Shannon, Serena, and Sophia. What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, not much. I guess everybody should know we're in Texas, and they closed our state down because we have ice. I know everybody's going, really? But no, people here can't drive on it. But I'm glad you guys could join me because I'm really excited about talking to you guys. You got a big event coming up we're going to talk a little bit about. But first, tell everybody kind of a little bit about 24-Hour Paranormal and how y'all came to be.
Well, formed 24-Hour just over a year ago, almost a year and a half ago, with a group of people I've been investigating with for many years. And we decided to kind of branch off on our own. We had investigators going out with groups that were going out trying to, for private cases, getting called in, documenting evidence, leaving and not really giving me the help that the clients were needing, other than you got something and walking out. So we're trying to take it a step further and help people and do what we can.
Well, that's cool because, and there's a lot of that going around, where the people just get this air up their butt that they want to be a paranormal investigator or whatever. They want to be a ghost hunter. And they watch all the shows, and then they start up a team. They go, ooh, we're going to start up a team, and, we're going to help people. Well, you can't thoroughly help someone unless you go from start to finish. And a lot of these teams nowadays, we have a lot of teams that we call cleanup teams that come in after the ones that just go in there and get evidence, and that's all they're really fishing for, and then after that, they're done with them, and they kind of leave them hanging. And so it's a good thing to hear, you guys are one of the good guys, the cleanup crew.
Yeah, for sure.
So tell us, about, we met at Granbury a while back, and that was a pretty cool event. But then we got to investigate the Beckham Hotel. Tell me what y'all thought about the place.
The Beckham's great. We had instantaneous EVPs. As soon as we got quiet and started work, it was quite great. Just EVPs were clear, precise, direct responses. We had a fantastic time out there.
It's a beautiful place.
It is that. We actually had a little girl spirit play hide and seek with us for a little while. So we had a great time out there.
Well, let me just tell you, I ventured up on the third floor, and I know it's a little dangerous up there because of, the flooring or whatever is not complete. And they are working to restore it and everything. But I was up there with a couple of female investigators, and one happened to be a psychic or, have abilities or whatever. And I got hit on by one of the girls on the third floor. It was rather strange. She thought I was a soldier. Like, what is it, the haircut? Really? And I tried to explain to the spirit, look, I know I look like a boy, but I'm really not. And told the psychic, I don't care, I don't care, you're cute. I was like, oh, wow, I've never been hit on by a freaking spirit quite so boldly before. So that was pretty interesting on the third floor. So I would think I would rather have a little girl spirit want to play hide and seek with me. I don't know.
Relationships.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be like whatever that chick's name is, Tasha, that thinks she has sex with spirits. We're not going to ever go there. You know what I mean? I like spirits, but I don't like them like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't want that much.
So, Karina, what has been your craziest experience since you've been doing any of the paranormal investigations? I mean, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen?
The craziest thing I've ever seen.
Or experienced. Maybe you haven't seen it, but experienced it.
No, I saw this thing. It was just this little black-looking figure thing that just came rushing at me, and it was exactly what the homeowner was describing that was happening to her, and I actually saw that little thing, and it was kind of it kind of made me take a step back for a second and think this over and like exactly what's going on, and we've had a lot of stuff happening like that over the course of the time that we've been doing this, and it's been quite interesting. And some of the stuff we've learned, and some of the stuff we even have to research when we come across something that we don't know nothing about. So.
Yeah, that sounds like, what do they call those little creeper things? That is it kind of like one of them, or is it more of a shadow type figure that possibly you're describing?
It's more like a lower astral being. That's kind of what I would describe it as. It's just from the way they look, they have somewhat of human features to them, but when you look at it, you know it's not. It's just it's just an energy thing, I think. That's kind of what it's like anyways. And that's what it feeds off, is the energy, and it creates just a lot of negative energy in the home. And there's usually a lot of fighting going on, and people just not getting along all of a sudden. And that's when we mostly encounter those things.
Huh. Well, there was a case that we were told about that we were going to go to, and I was going to get y'all's take on this. This is rather strange, but there's a house in Jefferson that we think has, an incubus if it's a male, right? And a succubus is a woman, right? Okay. Well, this particular thing is on the third floor of this house, and this lady and her husband came for a weekend, and the woman, after she got up in the room, she refused to leave the room, like the whole weekend. It was supposed to be like they went antique shopping and having fun and going to breakfast and doing all this crap, and when she got in the room, she wouldn't leave the freaking room. Well, then they go home, and then she starts calling the lady who owns the house and asking her, hey, you know that, like, she took pictures of the room and took it home with her, and she's recreating the room at her home. She comes without her husband now, he comes to the house, and she just wants it to be her and the homeowner, no one else in the home, and she never leaves the room.
Wow.
And so we're thinking that this is an incubus, right? Because she's like having a relationship with something in that room.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So besides it's crazy, what do y'all really think about that? That's insane, is it not? It's like, I'm going to go visit my ghost boyfriend. We're going to go do the wild thing up in the third floor of this killer house and be back. What?
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
a jumper.
troubling because, trying to recreate the room, like, I'm going to make this place exactly like this for you so you can come home with me and stay here with me. That's, wow, I've got two girls over here just studying and concentrating on it.
Oh, wait, what the hell? Really? Well, all I can think of is that ghost is good. You know what I mean? It must be good.
He's awful at the best for sure.
So Shannon.
Yeah.
Shannon, what do you think of what's your take on this?
That's some crazy stuff happening.
Yeah. When I was like, listen to them. That's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't even know how you would go about, unless you just went in there with somebody that could clear it out right away. What are you going to ask this thing? What are you doing to this woman? Do you really want to know? Do you really want that answer? I don't even know how you would approach a case in that fashion, besides taking a priest with you and hoping to God they can clear whatever it is out, because that's just not natural.
Yeah, I mean, that's beyond attachment. I mean, that's
I'm going to go ahead and say it.
What is that?
I'm going to go ahead and say it. That gives a whole new meaning to letting the spirit come inside of you. That's just a whole new version of channeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It goes channel to a happy place for sure.
Definitely, that would be a happy ending type of attachment. Oh, this interview's going bad. No, it's good. I told y'all it was going to be cool. So, what all do y'all have going on now? I've seen you at Hill House, Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, and I know that you've got this huge thing coming up. Do y'all have any, like, public hunts? Because I have friends asking me all the time, man, where can I go to? I just want to go ghost hunting one night. You know what I mean? Do y'all have any of that stuff going on right now?
We do. We have, through Meetup, we have North Texas paranormal events, and we take people to Hill House Manor and Haunted Hill House with Phil, of course, the Hill House with Linda. And, we take people out to experience it firsthand. We even give them the equipment to use, a camera, a night shot camera, recorder to run, and then we'll either download and send them the evidence to review, or we'll review it ourselves and send them all the clips, of everything that was caught. That way they have evidence,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we try and take care of everyone. And, when we go to Mineral Wells to Hill House Manor, we usually spend the night. So they get, the whole night, the whole experience, even sleeping in a haunted location. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, me, that's what makes our blood pump, is if we can spend the night in a haunted location, and the creepier, the freaking better. When are you going to have another one of those? I mean, can people look up on y'all's Facebook page or something? Because I know some friends of mine have been looking for something like that, and we're so busy right now that we can't do any publics right now.
Yeah,
I know I have friends.
We're pulling off some of the public stuff right now because of our stuff that's going on. But yeah, we've got the Nut Hotel coming up, where we rented the entire Nut Hotel for the night.
Oh wow!
And we'll come in and buy rooms, and it's in Granbury. And then this weekend we were going to go to Goatman's Bridge, just a kind of a meet and greet over at Goatman's Bridge in Denton. But being that the weather's probably not going to cooperate, we're going to postpone that one for a little while. So,
yeah. It's hard to plan anything in Texas, man, because it's like the weather will be killer, for like days, and then all of a sudden it goes to crap in a handbasket real fast. And
for sure,
you can't plan anything. It's like, crap, man, it was like 70 a week ago. Now it's like freaking 21 degrees and iced over. What the hell?
For sure.
So, Supernatural Expo, y'all are taking on a pretty big dog, right?
Yeah, yeah. We've got a super huge facility with plenty of space for vendors. Trying to get everyone in. Trying to get something going in Dallas. And, we've got stuff all over around, but nothing in our area. So we're trying.
That's for sure.
Yeah, we're trying to bring something a little closer to home and get the local.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's kind of like taken away from them too. So I said, that'd be a good idea if we took a year to plan it. You know what I mean? And we'll have a big bag to the bone one, in 2015. But right now, I'm excited about you guys having this one in Dallas, because it's been a long time since we've had a really good event in Dallas.
Sure. And, and the great thing about it is, it's cheap. The place is huge. It's in Louisville, our original location, the one we planned on for almost a year, fell apart. So we wound up having to run and get it.
Louisville is the place that you have, and I've looked at the floor plan. Oh, my God, it's like humongous. I mean, we got to pack that place for pair people. You know what I mean? It's a must. And y'all have a lot of cool people gonna be there. I know y'all have.
Somebody named Selena's coming.
Yeah, I heard about that, man. I don't know about her. and I heard Linda from Haunted Hill House Manor is coming. Man, I get those two damn things mixed up. I'm like, no, not the one in Mineral Wells, the other one. You know, the first one that we had our experiences at, actually, you know, and was there. That's where I actually got the fever for the paranormal, was when we went to Hill House Manor up there with Linda. And
I think that's where everyone got their start, you know.
You know, what the hell, Linda? You know, you start this addiction, and it just is, I don't know, you know. Is it not an addiction to you guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, that's why it's 24-hour paranormal. It's what we do, 24 hours, 7 days a week, all year long. We live, eat, and breathe paranormal.
Yeah, you'll see me out lying all times of the night.
Yeah, except for Shannon, he kind of lives zombified too. I saw a little bit of Shannon being a zombie, and I thought that was pretty damn cool. How did that come to be?
A friend of ours posted something about, you know, needing extras for a movie, so of course my crazy butt joined right in and said, "I'm in." And, that'll be coming out this summer, I think.
What's it called?
Daylight's End.
Daylight's End. Okay, that's freaking cool. Yeah, there's a big thing about zombies now. I can't imagine why. The Walking freaking Dead, I guess. My son's a freak about The Walking Dead. But, so, let's not get off topic. I have ADD, and I will go way off topic. So, the Supernatural Expo, are y'all going to have, like, is it going to be purely paranormal, or are y'all going to have, like, what all is it going to entail? I mean, is there going to be, like, I know there's going to be speakers, and, yeah, someone's named Selena there and all that stuff, but, I mean, what else is going to be going on?
We're going to bring in, you know, some local mediums and psychics. Linda Hill is actually an author now, and she's going to be promoting one of her books and also speaking at the event. All your crystals, we're even doing metaphysical. Yeah, metaphysical, and the cryptid investigators, the Bigfoot guys, UFO researchers, and then of course all your merchandise, your ghost hunting equipment, which is, you know, always fun. So
definitely
any kind of oddity we can find.
Yeah. Anybody. We have one vendor that we're working on that actually makes jelly, but it's so good it's paranormal. I mean, it is a paranormal jelly. It's just jalapeno mixed berry jelly. It's really good. I mean,
well, I was hoping that my vampire friends would be available to come up and make fangs. Now that let me tell you how big of a hit that was. Phantom Fest. Jesus Christ. The man was the one making the money, let me tell you, and he had a waiting list. I don't know if y'all ever heard of a fangsmith before, but it's a real thing, and he makes fangs, and it's like dental quality stuff, and he made my fangs in 45 minutes, and when I put them in, I had to leave them in for a little bit, and I had to go to the restroom in the Minger Hotel, and I'm walking down the hallway, and these women said hello to me, and I said, hey, and I had my fangs in, and they go, holy shit, she has like fangs. Oh, I laughed so hard. Oh, my God. And they looked that real. You know what I mean? They looked so real that they're like, holy shit, she has fangs. Oh, my God, how cool is that? But, I mean, I'm hopefully going to get him up here for you guys, because that would be so cool if they're free to come up and from Austin, you know, it's not that far to drive, and, you know, but.
Yeah, we've got people coming in from Houston and all over Arizona. I think we have a group coming in from Arizona now. So, yeah, I mean, we've got people flocking to the area to join us. But, yeah, we're man, just every day we get a little more excited and a little closer. And sometimes a little more worried because we're going to be, you know, just worked to death over that weekend. But it's
yeah. But once it's over, man, you're going to have, like, a cold one and go, oh, wow. Woo! I'm glad that shit is over. Wow, that was a lot of work.
Well, we say that now, you know, this year it's the first one's a one-day event. Next year we're hoping to have, you know, a two-day event twice a year. And hopefully that'll bring, you know, get more out there and give everyone an opportunity to come through and be recognized.
No doubt. I mean, that is good, you know, and you do get tired of going to the same events and seeing the same freaking people all the time. You know, it's like, come on, man, throw some new faces in here for us. We want to learn from different people, and that's why I'm doing the show I'm doing, is because, eventually I'm going to get around to investigating with you guys, and I'm hoping we can do it at Miss Hattie's.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to do.
Here soon for Miss Hattie's through NTPE.
Really?
Yep.
Cool.
Probably announce it here in the next couple of weeks when we're going out there. I know Nikki's about getting people, in. Still working on the place. So.
Yeah, I know. I've been helping Nikki for probably a little over a year now. Getting it to where, at least it was getting going. To where she had a little bit of money to put it back into the place and get a new roof, because that roof was shot when I first started going there. Yeah. And I mean shot, dude. I was like, I don't know if I can stay in here, man. I'm not real big on mice and shit. I'm not a real big girl on the critters coming in while I'm trying to sleep, and so, no. But now,
the top
it's gotten better.
Yeah, we got a roof now. We just don't have any walls on the third floor. But hey, it's a start. It's like open.
Hey, it's a freaking breezeway, man. It's like a little perch.
It's a great place to sleep. I'll tell you what. It's very, very relaxing up there.
I bet. And the breeze, if it's a good breeze at night, I wouldn't want to do it tonight. But I mean, but the place is amazing. But I really want, the Spirit Quest thing is what I was talking about. Is that it's not about celebrities. It's not about big name people. It's about everyday paranormal investigators that nobody knows who they are. You know what I mean? That's the people I want to get to, because you know what? You don't have to be on TV to know a damn thing. And some of the people I learn most from are the people who aren't on TV and have been doing this silently in their own, whatever, for 20-plus years. Those are the people I look for. And I love newbies, too, because they get so excited, and it just rejuvenates your passion again. You know what I mean? It does something.
Especially, when you go out with someone and you see a new technique that, you've never seen before and it's working, it's wow, and you incorporate it into what you're doing. And, it's helped. Everything helps. Every experience helps you. And it's a fantastic way to educate yourself and be able to help people even further in what we're doing. So, yeah, it's so much fun to go out with these guys, and it's I don't know, if it wasn't for going out with the new people all the time, it would be pretty much a beating, having all the private cases that we do, helping people.
Yeah.
You need a break. You need to be able to go out and have fun instead of working so seriously, helping people. So.
Exactly, and the new people, it's so cool to. Like, we were at Sloss Furnaces last weekend, and, well, actually a week and a half ago now. And let me just tell you something. I had that on my paranormal bucket list for a damn good reason. That place so rocked, and, I mean, it was so much more than I thought I was going to get. I learned from so many people. I experienced so many different things. I don't know if y'all have ever seen anybody purposely set on fire, not once, not twice, but 3 and 4 times.
I thought
it cool in bed. And
I thought once in the show when it was fantastic.
It was so cool. And, not only that, but, they did forensics. And now I'm going to be taught forensics.
Awesome.
And so that'll be another thing, to add to the investigation. But we did so much cool stuff at Sloss. We caught actually history-making evidence at Sloss Furnaces, and I wish to God I could tell everybody what the hell it is. But you'll just have to wait till the fucking episode comes out in mid-March. But it's just... it's so crazy that I thought we were both going to pee our pants. And even the people that were around us were going to pee their pants, because they were like, are you serious? Holy shit. And we were like, I mean... We caught it once, and we didn't have our camera guys with us, so we were going to go recreate capturing it. And we captured it a second time, and we were like, are you freaking kidding me? And we're like just totally wigged out. So
awesome.
It's amazing. Have you had a point in time in your investigative career that you just about peed all over yourself with a piece of evidence?
Yes. I peed myself, flipped over backwards in a chair, and actually had to stop myself from running out of the room. And all places, it was at Hill House Manor. But I visually saw a full-body apparition walk across the doorframe when I was staring right there at it. We had a ghost detector, which is, an EMF detector with a buzzer. It went off, and I looked that way, and I looked up, and a full-body apparition walked right across the doorframe, right into what would be a closet. And, I just started screaming, camera, 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 trying to get up and run, and then realize, hey, whoa, wait, I don't need to run. It scared the pee out of me, and I was talking about it makes my heart jump. I mean, that was probably the biggest surprise I've ever had on a site other than, the occasional reach out and touch it. Yeah. I've had that a few times, but the full body across the door just absolutely tops all of them. So.
What about you, Sophia? What have you experienced that got you doing all this crazy stuff?
Why did I get into this, you mean?
Yeah, what happened that made you go, whoo, I want to go taste some ghosts?
When I was a little girl, I lived in a house that was haunted, and my sister and I experienced a lot of things, and nobody would believe us. And this was before, there were a lot of paranormal shows. I don't think there were any back then. Paranormal shows, or there weren't a lot of books that I had access to, so I thought maybe we were crazy. And then as I got older and I started sharing these experiences, I realized that people had the same exact experience that I had. And then what I see and what I experience isn't really that abnormal. I mean, it might be paranormal, but it's not abnormal. And it really got me interested in wanting to investigate and maybe get some scientific proof and even just be in a community of people who understand and can share with me. So I found 24-Hour Paranormal, and I'm so excited that they accepted me as a member of the group. They're amazing. They're compassionate. They're very professional. Exactly what I've been looking for.
Lies.
Wow. How much did you guys pay her to say all that? Wow.
I think I'm going to get a bill.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's pretty cool because, a lot of people have their reasoning for getting into the paranormal or, having their interest in them. And, me being an empath my whole childhood or whatever, not really knowing what was going on, I can still relate to we probably all felt that way, that if we tell anybody what we're experiencing, they're going to go, you are a nutcase, and I've got to put you in some sort of home. You're nuts.
Exactly.
And so we were all afraid as children to say, and now we found a community. Now, I'm not saying that the community is not flawed and that they don't have a couple of buttholes and deuce nozzles or whatever in the community, but, for the most part, I would say 88% of the people that I meet in the paranormal community are compassionate, are kind, are good people.
Sure.
And that I have enjoyed and been blessed with some really cool friendships through the paranormal. And, I felt different when I was little. I didn't understand what was going on with me. And so, her and her sibling didn't know who to talk to, and at least my mom, I could go to her and she had abilities that I'd go, look, I just had this, and she would go, you can't control your dreams, and she would kind of talk me off the ledge. Luckily, I had that. I couldn't imagine not having a support system, but I'm so glad that I found what I call a parafamily, and I love it. I really enjoy, you guys have been a great group to get to know, and I don't know what the hell y'all think of me. Y'all probably think I am definitely crazy and probably should have been institutionalized.
I just love you. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
We've been about each other for so long.
That dude. But it works. It's kind of like, we have our own little family here, gathered around the table talking to you. We're the same thing. And, I'm kind of the same with Sophia and you, or I guess with you. I not having the outlet with my mom to talk to about some of the stuff, that I had going on as a child was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's helpful. It is helpful. So what do y'all, I know you guys are not a provoking team, because I've been doing investigations with you, and that is something that we both have discussed that we just don't do. Now, there are instances where there are asshole spirits that I have to have a little chitty chat with every once in a while.
Yep.
But I don't ever run into a place and start hollering. So can you tell the audience what your stance is on the provoking kind of end of it, so that they kind of know where y'all stand on that?
You know, provoking to me brings up the stuff you don't want. I mean, if provoking, you're gonna irritate. You're gonna either irritate to the point where your interaction isn't there or not, or the interaction you have is negative, and that's not something you want. You don't want to leave the interaction. Karina wants to add to that.
Yeah, I always try to explain it to people this way. I mean, if you were on the other end of that and somebody kept coming up to you and being nasty to you, how would you feel? And that's kind of how I feel about spirits communicating with them. You should be respectful. You should be, and just like you should be respectful to people standing in front of you. So if you wouldn't talk to a person like that, don't talk to a spirit like that either. So that's pretty much my take on it.
Awesome. I mean, that's mine too. I mean, I'll just kind of treat them as if that could be my mom. That could be my grandmother. That could be my aunt. You know, you don't talk to people like that. You don't talk to spirits like that. Because if you come in my house and go, I've come a long way, you better talk to my ass, I'd be like, yeah, no. No, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to slap you upside the head, or I'm going to scratch your eyeball out. You know what I mean? You're not going to come in here and yell at me.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we, you know, I think the Beckham we didn't provoke, but we did have a spirit there that we gathered. His name was Pete, and we would almost swear that Pete had Tourette's.
Yeah.
Because through the spirit box, he was giving us the what for with cuss words the whole time, and even followed us around for a while, cussing at us. But hey, you know, we were nice to him, so you know, nothing bad happened. But it was a good time having Pete. A couple hours of Pete cussing at us. So. That's
so funny, because Pete, there's a Pete at Catfish Plantation, walks at him. He likes to cuss people too. Maybe they don't like being called Pete or Peter. Maybe that makes them mad. I'm not sure.
How dare you call me that? So, yeah.
So where? I mean, let me ask Shannon, where is the top place on your bucket list that you kind of want to go to that you haven't been to yet?
Throw me in any asylum. That's
they
pretty
might
much.
keep you.
They might. I wouldn't blame them. You know, I want something creepy, something totally off the wall.
Okay. Sophia, what about you? Where would you, if you had a place where you could pick to go, where would you go to investigate?
This is going to sound really cliche, but I would love to go to the Stanley, because I love Stephen King, number one, and I would love to vacation in Colorado. And then to have a haunted place on top of that would be great. I've heard nothing but great things about the Stanley. I'd love to take like 2 days and just investigate there. It'd be great.
Well, let me just tell you from personal experience. Recently, actually in November, we went with the Lost Limbs Foundation event, and me and some friends from Louisiana, and we stayed in room 402. We requested the room. We were there for the event, and we got to investigate 2 different nights. The first night, we got to investigate with Ben Hansen in the concert hall. There have been YouTube videos forever on YouTube, of course, about the Stanley and the door shutting and the dum-dum suckers being moved in your hand and things like that. That really happened. We snuck down and tried to debunk the door. We tried to see if there was a remote control. We tried to see if it was wired. We tried everything. That crap happened. I have it on video. I'll have to share it when I can get my Wi-Fi hooked up on my PDA. But then, not only that, but the activity in our room was constant the whole time. But the Stanley, I'm just going to tell you this, if you go down in the tunnels, I would say protect yourself very, very well, because I've never been freaked out, I've never been scared, and I've never gotten almost nauseously sick to where I almost threw up on my shoes until I went to the Stanley in the tunnels.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
A girl got attacked that was with me. She was 5 feet away from me. There was no one in between us, well, except for whatever the spirit was. She got sick and started kneeling down, and the spirit, the ovulus, said her name first. And then when she was bent down, something picked her up by the arm and pushed her. And then the ovulus said yank. It yanked her arm. It was obvious. It was crazy, and I was almost sick. So the Stanley will definitely deliver. Stay in room 402, or anything really on the 4th floor, but 402 was active the whole time. The TV came on by itself, blew our eardrums out on The Shining. Oh, it was nuts. So, yeah, the Stanley would definitely be on the top of my bucket list.
Well, now you made me upset about it.
Oh, man.
What about you, Michael? What's up? What do you think?
Of course, the Stanley, I think, is given. Everybody wants the Stanley. And unfortunately, I've been there, but I only went to the bar.
You see that?
Only made it to the bar, I see. Okay.
We were actually doing a car show in Estes Park, and we didn't stay at the hotel. We stayed at the KOA. But, you know, the place is absolutely gorgeous, and the next opportunity we get, we'll definitely go that way.
And Colorado was like, wow. We were just like, our breath was just like, I mean, it was snowing the whole time. We thought we were actually going to get snowed in like The Shining. And we were like, oh, wow, this is freaking beautiful. I mean, the elk, I've never seen so much stuff. So it's gorgeous up there, too. Y'all got to go up there as a team and do that.
Yeah, it is definitely worth the trip. It is a beautiful place. I guess, you know, my biggest thing kind of with Shannon, the asylums, or, you know, what is the word I need? The old hospitals, they're infirmaries.
Yeah.
That's we've been down with a group to Yorktown and had a fantastic time there. It was, you know, those things are always just a whole bunch of fun. You know, my bucket list is many. You know, I want to go everywhere and see everything. So.
Well, I wish to God I could get you guys to Tombstone. Oh, my God, I wish I could get you guys to Tombstone. You know, that's like, I don't know what it is, but this lady, Carol Malone, and Dark Side Entertainment has put together, I don't know what it is, but I'll tell her, oh, man, I want to go to St. Albans. Next thing I know, she's like, we're going to St. Albans. Oh, really? Yeah, we're going to St. Albans. I go, okay, well, I want to go to the Apollo Theater. Okay, we're going to the Apollo Theater. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? What is going on here? You know, and then I, you know, get to go to Gettysburg this year. So my bucket list is 3 pages long. Karina, how long is yours? Like at least a page and a half, right?
Well, you just mentioned Gettysburg, and we actually had a small chance to investigate some of the battlegrounds in Missouri while we were up there for that Pythian Castle up there for an event. And we some great EVPs and, I mean, just personal experiences, and that's definitely on the top of my list to go back.
I can't wait.
It was almost a feeling like they were, you know, there's some people out there that they feel like they have been forgotten about, and people don't really pay too much attention to the battlegrounds and stuff like that, especially some of the smaller ones, but there's a lot of people that passed away there, so.
Oh, yeah, you can feel it. They said you can feel it when you just walk around. You can just feel them. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be awesome. You know, and we're going to Missouri actually next weekend to film the show, and I'm revisiting this place called the Galena Murder Bordello. You guys need to go up there and check that out. Yeah. That place is so cool. And Nancy always knows when I'm coming up there to see her. She's the serial killer lady that ran the bordello and pretty much had her kids doing all her dirty work. And, yeah, she was a mean one.
From Dallas, I mean, Hey, it's no big deal.
No, Missouri's only like 5.5 hours. Seriously, I mean, it's straight up north. You know, that's closer than freaking San Antonio. You know.
Especially
And I've got the hookup up in Missouri. You know, I can get y'all in the Kendrick House and the Bordello and whatever. And there's a killer place to stay called the La Quinta Inn in Joplin that has the best beds I've ever had. I told the guy I'm going to strap this mattress on the top of the truck. I'm taking this crap home, man. I've never slept so good in my life. I didn't know if I was just beat down or what. What do y'all got planned as far as for the whole year after you do Supernatural Expo? Are y'all going to get back into doing a lot more public stuff, or going to take a month or two off to recover from the expo? Or
we'll jump back in with 2 feet. We got the Bayou, which is a restaurant in Glen Rose that we promote. We get some great EVPs and all that out of the restaurant. Plus, you know, we set it up to where, you know, when we do the event out there, you get dinner right before you start investigating. Right before they close, they'll feed you, and we'll spend you know, several hours out there just working the known spirits that are there and getting fantastic EVPs. I've been touched. Shannon's been hugged.
Yep. Shannon's been cussed down.
She's been cussed down, yeah.
The best EVPs I've gotten have been from the Bayou.
Really?
Yeah, and of course, Miss Addie's we'll set up again. Probably trying to get her. We're going to do one private at Miss Addie's because I promised her a little bit of work out there. So I'm gonna take a select few out there to do some work, and then we'll set up a bigger public event for everyone to come out. But yeah, we're definitely back in with 2 feet. Probably the 2 weekends after the expo, we'll have another event set up.
Wow. Well, you know, you can always let me know, and I can tell everybody on this show. I've got quite a few listeners, and I mean, I know there's a lot of people in Texas, and they look at my page. I got a lot of people in my high school that, you know, when I went to high school with them and stuff, they're like, "Oh man, I'd love to go on an investigation." And I'm like, "Well, I mean, all you got to do is look at my page. I'll, you know, share my friends what they got going. If we don't have nothing, and you know, that's one thing about you guys. If I send anybody out there, I know you guys are going to take care of them, and you're not going to be a bunch of idiots. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about, because you know what y'all are doing. You know, y'all act professional. You are. You don't go out there and just, you know, tear stuff up. You're respectful, and so I have no problem backing you guys or telling anybody about any of your stuff. I'm very blessed to have met you.
We try and treat it like I did in the Boy Scouts. You know, you leave it better than you found it, and we try and do that everywhere we go. So that's the bottom line. You know, if you respect the owners and you respect the people, the spirits that are in the house, and you never want to leave a negative mark behind wherever you go. You know.
Through that, karma can get you, whether it's messing with the living or the dead. Sometimes, though, I don't know about y'all, but I kind of prefer the dead sometimes because the living can be really nasty.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know that's kind of a common thing, but you know, that's like, I think why a lot of us, you know, especially some of us with abilities, I think we like being away from the living so much that really the spirits are like our friends. You know what I mean? It's sometimes it's overwhelming around the living sometimes, especially an empath, because I can't tell what's my feeling sometimes from somebody else's, and that's overwhelming at times. So when I'm by myself investigating, I feel like I'm so much more calm and comfort and all that. It's kind of strange.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that in a couple of people where, you know, it's easier for them. Even taking, you know, multiple investigators, you'll have one investigator like, nope, I'm going by myself. It's like, well, the rule is you got to buddy up. No, please just let me, you know, I'm an earshot away. Please let me go by myself. You know, and they'll explain the situation, being empathic, and then they'll, you know, of course, we'll let them, you know, that's how they work. So, you know, of course, you're going to let them go by themselves and just keep an earshot from them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When I first met Randy Hardy, you know, from Deep South or whatever, I always asked him, I said, why do you like to go alone on your investigations? And he goes, well, you know, sometimes I'd have to go with Hart, But I really prefer being alone because, you know, I don't feel like they're intimidated by too many people being on them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just me and them. Like, I can have a conversation with you. I'm not bringing 5 of my friends in the room and demanding answers. You know what I mean? He said it's just, and that made sense to me, you know? Like, it's kind of a one-on-one type of more intimacy with the spirit, you know? Like, sometimes they don't talk because, you know, if you have a big group of people, you got 20 freaking people. You know, a public investigation is never, you know, one that you have to switch spots every 45 minutes is not the ideal thing for a true investigation. Let's just go ahead and say that. But if you have 20 people, you're not going to get a whole lot of activity, even if it's 30 or 45 minutes per place. You're not going to get a whole lot of activity, I think, because there's too many people in the spiritual, like, dang, you know? Why you got to bring a gang?
Even on our events, we try and limit the amount of people that come. That way we can group, you know, no more than 3 in a group, and try and, you know, rotate. You know, of course, you got to rotate so everyone can experience the whole house, but it gives everyone a basis. You know, this is the better way to do it, so you're not just scaring everything away. You know, so you get no evidence, because we typically, every time we take people out, we produce great evidence. So,
yeah, and I mean, I've heard some of y'all's stuff. You know.
Yeah. So
well, I got my best EVP at Miss Hattie. I mean, that place is crazy. I know y'all have heard about Leroy.
Not Leroy.
Yep, and Leroy likes to make his presence known. Now, he's never cussed at me, but I've heard he's dropped the F-bomb on a few people before. What he said to me was, and I swear it was him, is a southern accent to it. You could tell that he was African-American a little bit, but he goes, we're right here trying to talk into this box right here. And I mean, nobody was in the house with me. There was a camera system set up, and I went purposely in front of the camera so that I could watch my mouth and have my recorder and my periscope and all that right there, and I had my ghost box. I go up there, and my ghost box completely drained on the second floor, right by the staircase before you go up to the third floor. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I said, okay, I looked at my recorder, and I'm like, are you serious? I just put these batteries in, and I'm not going to say batteries, but they suck, and they don't last as long, and I just put them in, and my recorder was showing 1 bar, and I'm like, are you serious? So I took the batteries out. You know how you rub them a little bit to make them last for just a little bit longer? Put them back in there, and I go, is there anybody here with me? And all of a sudden, you hear these footsteps coming up to me, which I, of course, didn't hear. And you hear him go, we're right here, trying to talk into this box right here. And, I mean, I did not hear anything. I was so pissed because it started flashing again, and I was trying to get started going downstairs because I was mad. And I didn't even listen to it, you know. And I get home the next day, and I'm listening to this thing, and I listen to 45 minutes of nothing but you know what I mean? And I'm like, holy crap, I was about to pass out. And there was this 19-second clip, and I go, I'm going to throw that out. And I go, well, hell, I just listened to 45 minutes. What's 19 seconds going to kill me? And that's when I got the best EVP of my life. And I'm like,
some of the strongest for me had come from the Beckham, the recent ones. You know, I told you we played hide and seek out there.
Right.
And, I'll walk in one room alone, just step into the room, and you get through the EVP. Oh, you're here. And then Karina caught, they have a bunch of armoire stacked up on the second floor, kind of towards the back.
Yep.
And we were still playing. Karina said, hey, there's some closets you can hide in. And she got a response of, I'll hide in the closet. I don't care. So we've had fun out there with some great EVPs, too.
Wow, that's so cool. You know, and it sucks that you can't really post a whole lot of stuff because people just rip you up. You know what I mean? They just rip you up. And everybody thinks they're an expert, so people are scared to even put anything out there anymore, you know? But I've heard some of your EVPs. I mean, that night at the Bethlehem, you let me hear a couple of responses before I left. And
you had a couple of good ones.
Yeah.
I'm already dead. I'll kill you. I'm already dead. Yeah, that was one of the better ones.
That was just nuts. And, I mean, that place is crazy, though. And, some nights you get there, just as any location. And that's what this other, the show is also showing is that, some of our teams, we sometimes only get one shot at a location.
Yeah.
The shows that they're showing, they get 3 and 4 damn days to cram, an hour's worth of stuff. And sometimes they repeat the stuff over and over after a commercial break. It's like, I know where you're at. I know what you just did. We've heard the EVP 5 freaking times. It doesn't sound like that at all.
Drama here.
So, yes, nobody's going to kill you. Nobody's going to possess your butt. Relax. But, we want to show that most teams get one shot, one night.
Yep.
And we're going to show if we don't get nothing, we don't get nothing. You cannot make spirits, you cannot make them act on command. You cannot make them do parlor tricks. That's not what this is about. So
that is so true. Yeah, because, even at Haunted Hill House, which we've got fantastic stuff out there, we've been up a couple of times where we got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's there. You can even feel in there, but you get no responses. You get, I've got a great picture from there from one of our NTPE, one of the people that came with us. He was alone in the room, snapped a picture, and caught what we think is almost a family of 4 standing in the living room. But
oh my God!
Yeah, I'll send that over to you in a little while.
Wow, how cool!
Yeah, but the time before that, we absolutely caught nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just it's hit or miss sometimes. It's just the way it goes.
I know, and that's what we're gonna. This is why it's gonna be real. There's not gonna be anything scripted because trust me, the only even when we were gonna go try and just recreate capturing the evidence that we caught, we were like, I don't even know if I want to do this. We were just gonna be goofy about it. And even say, we were gonna recreate it, and damn if it didn't happen again. We couldn't believe it.
That's awesome.
We were being stupid, and Blaine Rohan was standing over smoking a cigarette like outside, where we were filming, and he could see us, and he knew what we were doing, and we were kind of joking around about it, and then all of a sudden our faces changed, and we go, are you freaking serious? And it showed us again, and Blaine was like, holy shit. It was crazy. I mean, we were all just so excited, and so, but we want to show that not all the time is that going to happen. A little girl spirit, they always flock to me for some reason, little kid spirits. Mm-hmm. And we're standing down there in the tunnels at Slaw's Furnaces, and he's setting up. He got that new SOS. Have y'all seen that?
No.
It's like the Connect in the hand. You hold it. It's like $1,200.
That's why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's why I hadn't seen it either, and I was tripping out that we actually had it to use. I was freaked out. I was like, holy crap, how much did that damn thing cost? Oh, that's $1,200. Oh, my God, okay. So, well, I'm glad you got that, because I sure don't.
No.
But the SLS is built by Digital Dowsing by Bill Chappell, and it's like the Connect system, the 360 Connect system. It's like that, but handheld. And Justin was just mapping me in, just showing me how it worked. The camera guys were there for Spirit Clip. They were just standing by, ready to do whatever. And we were just messing around. And I said, yeah, this is where the little girl and her mom died down here on the steps. Her mom fell down and broke her neck first, and then she came down looking for her mom, and she broke her neck. Yeah, a 5-year-old. Next thing you know, Justin goes, oh, crap. And I go, what? And he goes, there's a little bitty figure standing right next to you. I go, oh, I don't doubt that.
How awesome is that?
And it was so cool. I mean, and so we have that, and we have a couple of other things, and they did the dum-dum trick down in the tunnel and had the dum-dum standing up in their hand, and the little girl moved them.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool place, but I just hope, I wish y'all could go to Tombstone with us. I think y'all would enjoy the hell out of that. But I guess we're just going to have to stick around here for this year because of the big expo. So tell everybody real quick, because we're almost out of time, tell everybody where they can get tickets to the expo and where they can find out any information about your event, because I want everyone to know where to find you guys.
They can hit us up at 24hourparanormal.com. All the information's on our website. They can just click on the Supernatural Expo, and it has the vendor availability, and then tickets are for general admission are $7 at the door.
Wow.
And that's, yeah, we're trying to take care of everyone, and we've got the price is right, you know, compared to a lot of the expos over here in the area. We've priced it very, very.
We're making it to where not only the vendors can, you know, get something out of it, but, you know, the customers that come in, they're going to enjoy it. It's going to cost a little for them to come in, and if they want to see something they want to buy or get readings or something like that, they're going to have the money to be able to do that also.
Yeah.
Which is cool, and that's really a cool thing from y'all. We appreciate that, I'm sure. So I appreciate all of you guys being on the show tonight. It's just like talking to friends, you know, no big deal. I'm glad y'all could make it, though. Shannon, thanks for taking off work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, y'all are welcome, and y'all take care, and I will talk to y'all soon, and send me that picture, please.
I'll send it to you as soon as we get done.
All right, and everybody get your tickets for Supernatural Expo, July 18th, 2015, in Lewisville, Texas. 24-hour paranormal. Look them up. Get your tickets.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Catch us on Facebook, too. 24
Yeah,
hour
do
paranormal.
that, too. 24-hour paranormal. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. 24-hour paranormal rocks. Get your tickets for Supernatural Expo. We also have Ozarks Phenomenon coming up March 28th in Springfield, Missouri, at the Shrine Mosque. You've got to get your tickets for that. They're like $20. And cool stickers there too. We've got an investigation at the Shrine Mosque. Then after that, we've got History Haunts and Legends in Jefferson, Texas, April the 11th. You can go to History Haunts and Legends, the conference page, and get your tickets there. JeffersonGhostWalk.com, you can get your tickets there as well for the History Haunts and Legends. Then the big one is in Tombstone, Arizona, May 1st through the 3rd. Get your tickets at darkside.com. If you want, you can look on my page, FEAR Paranormal, Close to Death, any of those pages, and get the information for Tombstone, Arizona. There's a couple of VIPs. We got the Grand Hotel. Next week on my show, Chip Coffey. Don't miss it. Chip Coffey will be on March 3rd, and I'll have Ben Hansen on the week after that. So be listening. Everyone have a great week. Be blessed. Peace out.
No, I didn't.